Welcome to the Kabil Bano program. This is the module on PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint. And this is the first lesson, which is introduction. So in this video, we shall explain you how to open a PowerPoint and how to work with Microsoft PowerPoint. Now, a PowerPoint is a very effective tool for creating presentations. For example, if you have a project presentation, if you want to present some of the topics or findings of your project to an audience, this is one of the most effective and visually appealing tools for your audience, wherein you can not only show some points, but you can also create beautiful charts, you can create infographics, you can create smart charts. So there are a lot of features which you can effectively use for presenting your findings, for presenting your thoughts to an audience. So let's see how does a Microsoft PowerPoint operate. So we'll start with the very basics. Now, this is the screen that you can see, right? So what you need to do right now is you just need to right click. So we'll start with the very basics. Let's assume that a student does not know anything. So just right click on your screen and you will get something like new. When you hover on new, you will be getting lots of these options. So just can you see this here, Microsoft PowerPoint presentation? Just click on that once. Once you click on that, you'll be getting an icon like this, new Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. So we can also give it a name. So how we can give it a name? By just typing on this area. So let's give it a name such as introduction. So this is the name of this particular thing, and once you type in that name, you have to click once outside. Once you do that, it will be a proper Microsoft file. Right now, you can also rename the file. What you need to do is just click on this once and then also click on this another time. So once that happens, you can see a blue colored area which is coming. So you can just type it. For example, you want to change it to my presentation. This is possible. You can do this. Okay. Again, move outside of that particular area and just click once. Right. So this is your file which is ready. Now there's another way in which you can change the name of the Microsoft PowerPoint file. How you can do that? Just hover on this and right click. Once you right click, you'll be getting a lot of options. So it is taking some time. So once you right click on that, you'll be getting a lot of options which would include rename. So once you rename that, it is also possible to rename the presentation, right? So this is it. So let's start opening the Microsoft presentation. Yes, so you can see a lot of these things. So you can come here and rename it. This can be done. You can, let's say, copy and paste. Typical copy paste functions are there. You can cut it and you can paste it somewhere else as well. So let's open this presentation and see how this looks. Okay, so we'll just so for opening this presentation, you need to double click on this. Instantaneously double click it. I mean, this is very basic. It need not be told to any student, but still. So this is how it opens, and this is how it looks like generally. This is how it looks like. Okay, so always in most of the presentations, it's like this. Click to add first slide. Since there are no slides, you can see here on the left hand side, there are no slides which are added. So we need to just click on this to add the first slide. You can see here the first slide has been added, right? Now see, this is the home page. This is the home page of the PowerPoint presentation tool. This is how it looks like. So you can see on the left hand side slides. For example, you can add some more slides. Just right click on that and say new slide. Just right click on this and say new slide, right? This is possible. So this is where the arrangement will be there. This is the actual slide. For example, this is slide number 1, this is slide number 2, this is slide number 3. So once you click on the left hand side on any of these slides, the slides will appear on the right hand side. So you can make changes here. For example, let's say my presentation, right? You can also add a subtitle. See, basically there are some templates available, and I will show you the different templates which are available, right? But the point is that as a person, you first of all need to know what are your findings, what are your thoughts, what do you want to convey to your what do you want to convey to your audience. Once that is clear, then you can beautify your presentation properly. Then you can use different templates, then you can use different smart arts to, let's say, beautify your presentation. Okay, so let's look at see some of the most basic functions. So this is, click here to add subtitles. So subtitles are here. So what you can do is you can add, let's say, anything, introduction, right? Or let's say if your topic was, if you remember from our word, introduction to thermodynamics. Let's say it is just thermodynamics. Okay. And you want to give them an introduction and overview. So this is the subtitle, right? Okay. So let's look at the first of all the tools which are available on the home page, and we'll also look at each of these: file, home, insert, design, transitions, animations, slideshow, review, and view. Okay. So first of all, let's start with file, because see, this is one of the most basic things. Let's look at file. So when you click on file once, this is the screen that will open. You can see a lot of things: info, new, open, save as, print, share, export, close, account, and options. Now, those of you who have already taken a course on Microsoft Word will remember that all these features are exactly the same that are there in even Microsoft Word. Even it will be the same in Microsoft Excel. So again, just let's take a look at each of these, let's say, roles. First is info. When we say info, it gives an information about this PowerPoint presentation. So for example, if you look here, these are the properties. Currently the size is 0 bytes. There are 3 slides which are in there. The title is there, tags are there, and who is the author. So basically all the information that you need about what is the file size, who created it, when was it created, when was it modified, so things like that. And also what you can do is you can protect your presentation. How you can protect your presentation? By marking it as final. So what you can do is you can have a password. You can type in a password, right? You can type anything and you can click OK. Now, only those people would be able to this. Only those people who have this password that you have given, they would be able to open this presentation. Other people would not be able to open and see this presentation. So for example, let's say you have a very confidential PowerPoint presentation that you have, and you want to, let's say, give it to an agency for publishing. If you don't want any other person to see except the, let's say, editor of that publishing agency, then you can protect it. And by protecting it, you are basically saying that only the editor will have the password and he can use this password to open the presentation. Other people who do not have the password, they cannot open it. It's very simple, right? Now, check for issues. I don't think that this is too useful for you at this point of time. And versions, if you look at versions, see, currently this is 2010 version, right? There might be other versions, for example 2003, which is still used by many people. Then there are 2007 versions also. So you can click on this and you can manage all the versions by clicking on this, right? So the only important thing to know about info is that it shows different properties: who is the author, when was it created, and you can protect your presentation from here, right? That's the only important thing to take from here. Let's go at new. This is interesting. Now, when you click on new, you will have a lot of templates. Now, a template is a ready-made presentation. It is a ready-made presentation with lots of colors, with lots of font sizes, with lots of designs. So basically these are designs, and what you can do is you can just select any design, you can select any template, and you can start working on it immediately. You don't need to create your own design. So this is as simple as that. So let's say that you have something related to let's say business, right? You want to make a presentation on business. Now let's say let's look at education. So an education would be a good thing for you. Let's look at education. Now suppose you have to make a presentation, right? So how will you do that? Academic presentation. See, this is how an academic presentation would look like. Just click on this. This is the preview that has come. So let's just click on create. Once you click on create, it will download a file. It is downloading your template. See, so it has downloaded your template and it looks like this, right? So you can type in your title here, for example, thermodynamics. So you can see that clearly all the things, all the design related things are inbuilt. You don't have to, let's say, insert this particular square. You don't have to insert this particular shape. You don't have to, let's say, create the font size or manually. Everything is automatically done, right? If you just click on the next slide, you can see that everything is clear. Even the chart color, the chart size, chart categories, even those things are defined, right? So all you need to do is you need to just start typing in, right? Whatever you want to tell your audience, you just need to start typing it, right? So this is the beauty of these particular templates. So I just showed you one template, and there are many other templates. So you just need to go back to new. Once you go back to new, let's say on any of these things, let's say if we just click on education again, you will be getting lots and lots of presentations, lots and lots of templates, right? So you can use any one of these templates. Which one do you find appealing, more appealing? Which one suits your needs? You can click on any of these things, right? You can click, let's say this is a science project. Let's say if you're working on a, let's say science project, or let's say chemical analysis. This is a superb template, right? Because it shows a picture and you can include your topic here, first law of thermodynamics, right? Fine. So this is a fantastic, template. So I would recommend all of you to just take a look at this feature, which is new, right? With new, you can have a lot of templates. You can have presentations, business related presentations. These are very, very good. These are really, really good, right? You can have a lot of these, and plus you can also have a lot of personal templates as well. Fine. So let's look at open. Once you click on open, you will be getting a lot of, let's say, presentations which you have recently worked on. So normally we don't use the feature open, but let's say if you are already working on a presentation, if you don't want to minimize all your windows and go to the folder on the desktop and then click it, what you can do is just click on open, and you can click on computer. You will come to desktop. From desktop, you can open any presentations. So this is not that effective. It is just that if you have some more presentations which you have recently worked on and you don't know where exactly they are, or going to the correct folder will take some time, what you can do is you can just click on open. You can have recent presentations, and with recent presentations, what you can do is you can open any other presentation very, very easily, right? So this is the important thing. When you click on save, it will get saved automatically in the location where you are, where you have created it, right? Now, when you click on save as, you can select any folder, and you can actually save it in any other folder. So right now I have created it in desktop. You can see the current folder is desktop. But what I can do is I can create it in any other folder. I can save it in any other folder. For example, I can save it under proposals, or I can save it under important business plan or documents. How you can do that? You just have to click on the folder, right? So let's say that I want to save it under important business plan. So I just clicked on that, and this opened, and I just need to select a folder and then click on save, right? Now there is another important thing which I want to show you. In this particular version of Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, let's say this is a PowerPoint. If you want to save it on a PDF format, this is possible. So you have to just click on PDF and minimum size publishing, and just click on any of these folders. So let's say I want to save it here. So this will get saved as a PDF, right? So this is very, very interesting. So you can not only save a PowerPoint in PPTX format, but you can also save it in a PDF format. This is really, really nice. This is an interesting tool that we have. Now, normally what happens is, for example, if I have 2010 version, right? If I have 2010 version of Microsoft PowerPoint, there are some designs which work very, very smooth, which work very, very fine in 2010 version. But suppose you have a teacher or you have a friend who has 2003 or who has 2007 version of Microsoft PowerPoint, and in his version, all the features, all the designs would not be similar. They would not look similar as it appeared in your version. So if you send it to him, if you send your version to your friend, it will look somewhat distorted. All the designs will not appear in his version. So it makes much more sense to create a PDF and send the PPT to your friend. It makes much more sense because whatever you have created in your version will be saved properly. So for example, whenever we send, I as a business person, whenever I send a proposal to any college, I always create a PDF version of this PowerPoint. So this is a thumb rule that all of you should follow whenever you're sending it to any other person. First reason is that all the designs, everything will be stored properly in the PDF. The second thing is that in the PDF, no one else can make any changes until unless you allow them to. So your original work will be, restored properly. It will be saved properly, right? So this is it. So this is thing. Then print is very, very easy. You just need to click on print. How many copies do you want? Which printer are there? And you can print all the slides. You can print only the current slide, or you can custom range as well. For example, 1 to 2, or let's say 1, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5. So you want to print only 1, 2, and 5 slides, right? So this is done. You can have color printouts as well. You can have grayscale. You can have pure black and white as well. So fine. This is fine. This is very, very easy. Now let's look at share. When I say share with PowerPoint, you can instantly save it to cloud. When I say cloud, it is Microsoft Drive or OneDrive. There are some storage, online storage portals, and you can directly save it on your cloud. There is another interesting thing. You can instantly email any person. So you can send as PDF, you can send as attachment, you can send as XPS. So this is really interesting. If you click on this, if you really click on this, send as PDF, automatically Microsoft Outlook will open and it will send the email. It will send an email, and that email will be having this PowerPoint attached as a PDF document, right? So this is really, really interesting. See? It is in a PDF format and you just need to type the email, right? This is really, really interesting, fine. But for that, you need to have an account with Microsoft Outlook. You need to have that. So currently we would not use this feature as well. When you say export, now this is interesting. I will show you in the other video, in the other lessons as well. I can create a video out of a presentation, and I will show you how. This is really, really interesting. So we'll look at how to create a video at some later point during this course. So right now, so just understand some of these basic features, right? New, open, save, save as, print, share, export. When we say export, basically it means that you can either create a PDF, or you can essentially create a video, or you can burn your CD. You can create a CD. You can transfer the contents of this PowerPoint to a CD, and you can give it to your friends. You can also create handouts. So basically, all your slides would be there in a Word document, and you can edit and format your content in Word, and automatically slides will be updated in the handout when the presentation changes, right? So this is very useful because for example, whenever I go and take seminars for the students, I can take handouts instead of the entire presentations. I can take just handouts. So 1 or 2 pages of Word documents would be there, and so this is very, very handy, right? For now, you don't need this handouts. All you need is how you can create a PDF document, how you can create a video. I have already shown you how you can create a PDF document from Save As. Now this is another option. You can just click on create PDF and you will be getting like this, right? You can save it in any folder, but the important thing to know is how you can create a video, and I will show you that at a later point in time, right? So this is all that I have for file function. When you see the tab file, this is all that is there for file. In the next video, I shall look at home, and in the subsequent videos, we will look at insert, design, transitions, animations, slideshows, how to create videos, how to view the rulers, etc. Fine. So this is all that I have for this introductory video, and there shall be many more videos to come in this particular course. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to sheetal.pillai@kavibano.com. And so thank you so much for listening to this video.